Hello, lovelies. This message is taking a hard time. We're taking a lot to get through today. This is the third time I try to record, so we'll see what needs to come through. Although the meditation I had this morning was very much about finding our authentic self. What does that mean? For many of us, we spend our days, and I'm including myself in this because we are all part of the same collective. And if this resonates, it'll resonate. For many of us, we spend most of our time masking who we really are. Now, for some of us, we don't even notice we're doing it. We're not aware until you sit by yourself in your own space, no one around, no one looking. Do you do things differently? Do you interact differently? Like when I'm just with me and my pets, Gunner and Zoe, I'm not the same person I am even with my sister or other family members or even close friends. There's a layer, a filter that comes through. So I know that part of our message today is to practice being unfiltered. Start with someone you trust and then practicing what it's like to be your authentic self. And let's see, along with that, along with us stepping into our more authentic self, Ace Pentacles much, let's see what opportunities or what experiences we can expect to entertain if we were to be in a position to practice not masking, not, and a lot of us it's an automatic, we don't even know, but opportunities, different types of and I mean this is an opportunity, the opportunity of being authentic. I mean, a lot of us don't even know what that looks like. We know our likes, we know our dislikes, but being in the 3D, actively being like humaning, if you will, doesn't necessarily come naturally. It's like we're always playing a role depending on where we are. And as soon as we take off or start to practice taking off that mask, we find that we will have new opportunities being presented to us. The Ace of Pentacles is all about that in your physical reality. Something new is coming in, new offer, a new connection, a new relationship, it's just a new interaction. Something physical is going to happen as soon as we start to step out of that cocoon, that safe place. And I'm not saying to change who you are, but because it's the masking is part of who we've become when interacting with others, when communicating, when doing whatever it is. So let's see what else we get as far as what kind of opportunities. What things can we expect to experience as soon as we recognition? We got another 6 here. Is that a 6? No, that's the ace. I'm not sure why I'm thinking more sixes. The 6 of wands is all about recognition. We have to recognize ourselves. We have to recognize that, and I mean a lot of us probably don't even recognize that we're doing it. We're not even in the know. It's so innate, it's so automatic. We've been doing it for so long. We identify with that part of ourselves that interacts that way, behaves that way, feels that way around other people. And so it's to recognize that it's not necessarily authentic, it's not necessarily us. And that's not bad. It's just now we're needing to recognize that opportunities will be different. And what's on the bottom here? Opportunities will be different. And I mean, it does take work, right? The Eight of Pentacles is all about, well, and like you see the spider here, she's got to build and maintain her web. And the things that end up interacting with her world are a lot heavier than her world can sometimes allow. And so there is this constant reinforcing and ability to this is what we've been doing, right? We've been reinforcing our walls, our world, our experience, working at making sure our web is so intricate that there's, I had to pause there, my gunner started drinking and it's very, very loud. Like the underlying energy in this is that it takes a lot of work to maintain that mask, right? We're always reinforcing, we're always building, preparing for the next thing to come and destroy it. And like this card, it as although this the Eight of Pentacles is not a negative card, it has nothing to do with negativity. It has to do with working hard, continuing to, keep your head down, do the work. In this context, with our message today and it being at the bottom of the deck, the underlying is that there's so much effort involved in maintaining 555 on the clock when I say that. And 555 is a number of change. 555, I see this as a mind, body, spirit. I mean, there's other, descriptions of the angel numbers, so you may want to look that up. But 5 is the number of change. And this coming from the bottom of the deck, when we're trying to recognize and receive different opportunities or receive different, it's just, this is taking too much effort. It's working so hard to maintain something that isn't you, right? You're more than just the mask. And so it's a matter of stepping out from that. And it is the Eight of Swords here. It is a mental thing where we're keeping ourselves tied to this position of, or this place of, well, I have to, these, and a lot of us do that. A lot of us will say, or we'll enter an interaction, and it's innate. We don't even realize we're doing it, but we become the helper. We become the mentor. We become whatever role you have to fill in depending on the situation, right? At work, we automatically mold and morph into, but this is something we play on ourselves. This is a mental game we keep ourselves locked into, holding on to this belief that this is how it's supposed to go because we have to accommodate the people around us. We have to be easy to digest, if you will. So let's see if we get another card here. It's time to stop being easy to digest and start to let some people choke. And I don't mean that to, I very much believe it's in my highest good and harm to none. But how other people digest you is none of your business. It's not our job to curate ourselves so that we can be received in a particular way by other people. That's not our job. Our job is to lean in our emotions, follow our path. The message here is to feel, to let yourself feel what is right for you. And this is your cup. You're not bringing someone, it's not your responsibility to carry someone else's. It's not your responsibility to be the messenger to someone else. This message is for you. It's being presented to you as an opportunity to take your feelings in your own hands. Lead with your emotions. Step into a new opportunity. Step into Page of Wands on the bottom. Step into a new opportunity that finding what lights you up, your fire. This is your wand. This is your initiation. This is your spark, your light, your creativity, your what's the word I'm looking for? Apparently it's not the right one. So we need to follow our feelings, our heart. Lean into what makes us feel fulfilled. Stop trying to mask and be palatable for other people, because we have to recognize that we're losing opportunities in that. We will be presented with more opportunities and more experiences the more we step into our true selves. This is your chance to do and feel and recognize you are complete the way you are. You don't have to be digestible to others. Reach out for your opportunity. If you want details on your own journey, please reach out and let me know. Another reaching out. What else do we have? Eight of Cups. We have to move away from what no longer serves us. You've got this. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and we will see you in the next one.